Hey, it's Gylligan Garbo. Um, I have a video tape here. The Most Innocent of the Guilty, and it's a college film that I wrote the soundtrack to. It does also have some Edith Piaf in it. So I thought what I would do is I would film it, and then Gylligan Garbo fans can hear some of my early soundtrack work. This was done in, I think it was 1998 was when I wrote the soundtrack. I was going to school, and I was a media arts major, and I wrote the soundtrack. So I'll go ahead and that's my TV there, right there. Another one's a window, and I'll just go ahead and just film it, and you can just watch it and hear my soundtrack. So far, nothing. Right. Well, sometimes things happen like that. I think it was at the end of the film. Okay. Looks like it was right at the end of the film, so that'd explain it. I have some other stuff with me. I actually have a really important videotape. I don't think it's under the house, but I don't remember where I put it. Anyways. It's kind of anticlimactic here. I don't think anyone taped over it. Maybe it's video in. I bet you I put the plugs in the wrong spot. That's how it goes sometimes.
Hello, are you Mr. Eric Hanemacher? I'm James Graham. We talked on the phone yesterday.
Yes, I do remember. You're from the magazine. I do remember. Come on in.
How are you today, sir?
Oh, a little tired. Yes, you asked me about the war.
Yes, you were a survivor of the Normandy campaign?
Yes, that was very long ago, but I prefer to forget. Oh, where are my manners?
I understand, but I'm hoping that you'll remember a little bit for me. You see, I prefer to get real stories from the men who were there rather than relying on written material. I understand from my research that you surrendered on June the 9th, 1944, around the French village of Evendun de la Blanc.
What was that date? Can't remember.
Do you mind if I record this?
That's okay. Wait, I do remember what happened. I just never cared for the date. I really never cared for Hitler's war.
What do you mean, Hitler's war?
That's just it. That's why I surrendered.
Mama, get up, Mama.
I'm Father Francois from the St. Lo Church. Who are you, children? Who is this?
I am Gylligan, that's my brother, Richard. Mama, get up now, I'm hungry.
Come with me, children. Your mother can rest here.
Des nuits d'amour à plus finir, un grand bonheur qui prend sa place, des ennuis, des chagrins s'effacent, heureux, sans mourir. Quand il me prend dans ses bras, il me parle tout bas, je vois la vie en rose. Il me dit des mots d'amour de tous les jours, et ça me fait quelque chose.
This is our objective. Search each building. Bring the civilians to this location by 1100 hours. Do you understand? Yes, sir! Hail victory! Is this your church father?
Yes, I'm Father Francois.
And these boys, who are they?
This is Gerald and this is Richard, and their mother.
I understand. You have your papers? Come with me. You will stay here, it's safe. It looks like he needs some sleep anyway. Come on. Attention! Turn your line, men!
God, please no.
Load weapons! Aim! Move it, Alamaka! No, this is not right. You know what will happen to your family, Hanemaka. Hanemaka, go get ready for a sniper posting. Yes, sir!
This is Lost Sheep to Bo Peep, over.
Hey, Corporal Griffin, aren't you done with cleaning that rifle yet?
This is Lost Sheep. Can you hear me? Over. Yes, I read you 5 by 5, and that is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Over.
Okay, I got it. Over.
Yes, sir. Contact in 30. Over.
Is that Sergeant West, Larry?
Yes, sir. He's moving in now.
Tell the men the mail's in.
Can we go home now? I want Mama. Quit whining. We'll go back when the Germans leave. What kind of soldier is he? I never seen a uniform like that. Shut up, stupid. Let me think. He's American. Come on, he'll help us. Can you help us, please?
The poor boy from the church.
Sit down, children. Come on, over here by the tree.
What is this? probably still be safe.
Save them. What could I have done? I should have shot you.
It was orders. I should have saved them. Did that stupid war. Damn Nazis and that damn Corporal Hitler.
I'll find them. Tell them what you're doing. Show them where you are.
For you, war is over.
Please, don't shoot.
Come ahead. Don't move too quick now.
sir. He came in without any weapons. He's all on his own, sir, like he was going to church.
Is that right? Came in on your own?
Yes, I did.
So, what's your name, soldier?
Americana marker. Lance Corporal. Serial number 746-1007.
How far forward had your patrol advanced when he surrendered?
About 2 miles, sir. Just approaching our first checkpoint.
That's about as far as Private West was the last time he reported in. He last reported from Tail 736. Your squad should be there by now.
Yes, sir.
I know where your man is.
Tell me what you know, soldier.
He was dead. He was helping them. He was taking them to safety. My orders were to shoot. And I didn't shoot.
Whoa, slow down, boy. Slow down.
I told him what happened, and I took him to the bodies. I helped bury the children. That night, I tried to kill myself because it was my duty for my family. The Nazis would punish us or imprison the parents of disloyal soldiers who failed in battle. They told us we would be punished after final victory. Sometimes I think they'll come for me. Come for me in the middle of the night.
I think I'm starting to understand.
Sometimes I think I'm just a foolish old man.
Do you mind if I come back to talk to you again?
Sir, I think it helps to talk about Hitler's war. You'll not use my name, will you? You did tell me that. Don't use my name.
Don't worry, I won't do that. I never would. I'll come back to see you tomorrow if that's alright with you. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow. Just finished my interview with Erich Hanemacher. I don't quite understand how I feel about this man. He's not the usual Nazi soldier. Something about him seems different.
Okay, so it's 1996. It wasn't 1998, like I said. So the orchestral stuff, I wrote all that on my collegue K1M, and it just was recorded in bulk. And then there was some German marching music that wasn't me, and then there was ADSPF. I have some other stuff. I'm not quite sure how much I have. I'll look on here. So I have
There's nothing like working with the artist who created something that had a vision. It's a passion, it's a love, and my goal is to search out and bring
Yeah, this is just something I recorded from my mom. Yeah, this isn't really that interesting. Spot check it.
I'm just going to get one more. It's not every day you get your daughter back.
Boring drama recorder. I guess that's it. Alright, well, there might be something I missed. I recorded this a long time ago. I made some copies of these, and it was just like 9 hours of various things that I'd recorded, but a lot of early music and stuff. So I'll see what's on here. I don't know what's on here.
I'm a little airplane now. You know, I'm a little airplane now.
He's a little airplane now.
Airplane now, and wangity wang, wangity wang.
Wangity wang. I'm a little airplane now. Wangity wang.
Don't go away yet. Elmo's got one more dance to show you. Watch this.
Well, I'm gonna let my stuff. Oh, alright. Well, at least you got some of my soundtrack stuff. That's something. Better than. No, know where the other videotape is I have. I do have a videotape somewhere and some early stuff if you want, but can't remember where I put it. I thought I put it in the basement, but yeah, I just can't remember where I put it. Oh well, that's good enough for now. I did some of my early stuff includes I was in this film called Gathering Evidence. It was aired at the Sundance Film Festival back in like '94 or '93. So you can look that up if you want to see me in a made-for-television movie. You just have to look for Gathering Evidence. Might be kind of hard to find because what happened is the guy who wrote the movie, his brother disappeared. So he made a movie about his brother's disappearance. And my first run-ins with the law are because I was trying to get prepared for that part for the movie. And I was cast as the tweaker. And in his film, Gathering Evidence, he's in kind of a bad part of town, Salem, and so my character was, I tried to make it look like I had peed myself, and like I had my shoe like tied to my ankle instead of tied to my foot. So it took me 3 hours to get into character, and I had like a limp and a urine stain, and I decided that the look on my face is the look on your face when you're constipated, kind of a I thought that would be a good look for a tweaker. So I didn't really know what a tweaker was. I had to kind of guess. So I showed up on set, and anyways, the police showed up, and they told me to get off the movie set. So they didn't want, tweakers on the movie set. Like weirdo tweakers on the movie set. I'm like, yeah, but I'm in character, and I don't want to get out of character because it took me 3 hours to get in character. So I told them that I was in the movie. So I went upstairs, because that's where the director was. I said, okay, I'm ready to do my part as the tweaker. And he really loved my getup. And so he sat down and he wrote 3 more lines of like 3 more paragraphs of action shots, just because he saw my character. And so in it, I'm wearing a coat that says on the back of it, Gylligan Garbo, a leather jacket. And I'm on camera, walking back, and you can see that that shot. At least I was filmed. And then I was on CBS television as an extra for a TV show called Under Suspicion, and it was on in the same time slot as CSI was for a long time. Thursday night on CBS, directly right after a picket fences, was Under Suspicion, and I was an extra in there. One of my scenes is there's a scene where somebody was taking a class, a life drawing class. They flew in this model from California, and she was all business, but she had to. She was wearing a bodysuit, like a nude bodysuit, but it was to look like we were sketching her in the nude. So that's one of the scenes where I appeared as an extra. I have like an art board in front of me, and I'm sketching. So I'm on television for that scene. There's another television scene where I played as an extra for Under Suspicion, and I was just standing in line in a soup line. You may notice me, you may not. And then there was another scene where they filmed me for Under Suspicion, and the main character, the lead star of the TV show was Jack something. Well, anyways, they told me that I would be making out with this girl in the park in Portland while the 2 lead characters walked down the main path discussing, whatever the latest thing was. And so they grouped me up with this girl. Said, okay, what we want is you 2 to make out here in the park. And you're just an extra, that you're just a couple people making out in the park. And so I wrapped my leg kind of around her. I said, hi. She said, hi. And I said, so, we're supposed to make out. She said, yeah, I know. So I tried to make like I was making out with this girl, but I mean, that's how long I had known her for. Was just that amount of time. And so they filmed us there. So I'm in Under Suspicion for in that one where I'm making out with the girl in the park, where I'm the artist, and then where I'm standing in line at the soup kitchen. You might see me in those. There was a wardrobe for CBS television, so the stage director would come out and brief me on what my scene was, give me my costume that I was supposed to wear for the scene, and the stage set was really impressive because it really looked like, like the inside of what you might see inside like a police station, that kind of thing. It's kind of cool. Kind of precursor to the CSI stuff was Under Suspicion. And then there was a 4th episode of Under Suspicion that I was filmed in, but I don't think it ever aired, and I just don't remember what the scene was. But my girlfriend at the time was April Stone from Bremerton, Washington, and I showed the director of Under Suspicion a picture of my pretty girlfriend. It was a slide that I had taken of her, and they thought that, her dark goth looks, she'd be perfect for this one scene they had where she would be this dead girl in a coffin. And I'm like, April, this is a great scene. She's like, no, I just don't have time to make it up. I'm like, come on, you're in television. I went out on a limb for you to get you a role. It's like, no, I don't have time for it. So I got her back when I told her that I wasn't going to let her go to see the Grateful Dead. She wanted to spend the night with some guy that had been hitting on her for ages in his tent at the Grateful Dead concert. And later I saw that guy in the paddy wagon heading to Oregon State Prison, so probably a good idea that I didn't have April see the Grateful Dead with that guy. But yeah, it was really a getting back kind of thing, but it would have been great if she could have been in that scene, because it could have taken off for her from there, instead of working at Subway and then getting a degree at University of Oregon. She could have been in that one scene where she's sitting in a coffin for Under Suspicion, and then somebody might have seen her and want her to be, a major motion picture star. But she's just like, I'm just too busy. I'm too busy to sit. What am I doing? I have to sit in a coffin on camera? I just don't have time. April, come on. The pay was really good. Like, I get like $130, and then I get to eat catered food, all I could eat. It was really good. If you ever wonder if you should or shouldn't work in television, work in television. It's worth doing. They treat you really good. So that's some of my early camera work and my early soundtrack work, and you'll have to dig up those copies of Under Suspicion and that Sundance show and film gathering evidence on your own. But if you're a true Gylligan Garbo fan, you might want to have that stuff in your collection. Currently my autograph sells for, I think, like 20, I think they sell like for like $20, $16, maybe 23, 24, $25, I don't know. So my autograph's worth quite a bit. You can see my holy light up here. And I'm finally done with Judgment Day. I think we have it at 4 seconds. Oh my gosh, once the Secret Service figured out that I was the one behind it, they tried to shut me down. They did all this weird stuff. But anyways, at some point I'll get back on the internet and I'll try to see if there's some more abandoned buildings, more abandoned military ships or whatever. I think it'd be great if the Third Reich Nazi World Anarchy Group members could live in some of the old Third Reich Nazi state houses in Bavaria and Poland and around Europe. Most of these mansions are abandoned, and some of them have private theaters in them. I think that'd be a great thing, because I see Adolf Hitler about once every 4 or 5 days here in Bellingham, and it's him. And I've gotten as close as like a foot from him, but usually it's 7 feet to 9 feet. He goes into a cryonic freeze chamber for about 3 hours a day, and it prolongs his life. And it's projected that he will live to be 170, maybe even 1,600 years old, because there's advances in the science around cryonic freezing and stuff like that. So yeah, I see him every once in a while, and he's leading the French Foreign Legion side of World Anarchy Group Army. Yeah, this Judgment Day thing, this Armageddon, the main thing about it is that if you run and you stay in the Alpine level, you will survive this war. Armageddon was supposed to be when God comes down from heaven and says, "That's it, humans. You're toast. I'm just going to blow up the earth and you can all die." And he showed me a bomb that it was about the size of maybe a basketball, where it would kill every living being on this planet. And he had a plan to use it. He's like, if we have to, we can use this. This will just kill everyone. I'm like, all right. But I said, not all humans are jerks on the earth. Why don't we just punish the jerks? So I made a pretty easy punishment called the Third Realm, and we gave people the Mark of the Beast and all that. The good news of that is we gave all police the Mark of the Beast, and a good chunk of the military, and a good chunk of mental institutions. So any cops right now on this planet, and any of them, they will not act out in violence through judgment at you. So if you're like me, you like to paint your face, you like to dress in women's clothing, maybe you're First Nation, you want to dress in feathers and wear a breastplate downtown, and wear a mini skirt with just a G-string underneath it, while you're wearing leather sandals, you should be able to do that anywhere in the world without getting any kind of hassle from the police. They should just basically not remember how to act out in violence through judgment. So my magic is pretty strong, and you will find that you can dress up and go out, and the police will not bother you. So I'm going to try to keep this right under an hour. So anyway, that's been my early film and soundtrack work, and I hope my fans enjoy that.